So it's another update in the camper. It's fall. I mean, you can tell because everything's falling from the trees. All the walnut things are falling from the trees. There's just a lot of walnut trees in this block. There's a huge one behind the camper, and I hear walnuts falling on the camper all the time. But it's been a bittersweet day for me. This is kind of like a vlog. I'm not gonna make anything to cook in the camper tonight. I'm just so wore out. I was so tired. I don't know how to explain what happened, but I had court this morning. I worked last night. They wanted me to do a 12-hour shift, so I was like, okay, I might do it. And then I didn't have to because girl showed up last night, and yeah. So my first day on the job was Monday. And my boss was like, can you do a 12-hour shift tonight? And I was like, yeah. So I prepared for that. Because they called the person, he never showed up. Or didn't think that he was going to show up. So he showed up anyway. So I got to leave at 12. Which is when I'm supposed to get off. That's my 8-hour shift. 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Yeah. So that was the first part of the whole situation. And then, after that happened, it's just been like that every day. So the first day, can you work 12? Person showed up last night. Can you work 12? Now I have court in the morning for custody and stuff like that. I got a continuance for that situation. Then, reluctantly, I got 2.5 hours of sleep last night. And it's 3:14 in the morning. I got off work at 12, so it's 3 hours. I've been home for 3 hours, basically. It's just been a really crazy day. So I got up this morning early, 2.5 hours of sleep, and I was like, okay, I had to print off some documents for the courthouse with the printer, over here, my printer. So I started getting that done, and then apparently when I got all the documents I needed printed off, just in case, court went weird, I had to represent myself. I had all the documents I needed. So that was cool. Apparently, on my way out of the camper this morning, I decided to lock the handle of the door on the inside, which I don't have a key to. The guy I bought the camper from got it from a campsite, and it was basically the owners either they passed away or they just didn't pay their lot rent, so then it became his, and then I bought it from him. So there was no key at the front. That's why I got to replace the handle on that, and that's why I have a padlock on it now, which I haven't showed you guys the update for that stuff yet, but I'll show you in a second, or in this video. So that all went down. So I didn't even know I locked myself out of the camper after locking the camper with a padlock. I guess I locked the handle too, which I don't have a key to it, so it was like, awesome. How hard is it going to be to break into my own camper? So didn't know anything about that. Laid down after court for an hour, couldn't fall asleep. Just laid there. Got up, was like, fuck it. Drank a cup of coffee. Went and got an energy drink. Didn't help. Nothing helped. So, went to work. Did my 8-hour shift. The people showed up so I didn't have to, stay. Which was cool. So, whatever. Yeah. So, it's been raining on and off all day. It's raining again on and off. And there's the roof still has to, I have to get a tarp and fix the roof, seriously. I've got the AC out, finally. I've got I got the ACs out, so it's kind of generically rigged, so people can't see it, because I can't find the curtain rod for that. So it's, AC's out. I broke into the camper with basically a screwdriver, whatever. So, I came home, I was so tired, and then I grabbed the things I needed for the camper. I got out to the camper, and I unlocked my padlock that I just put on there the other day, because I installed that as well, which I had to rig it, but it works great. And I realized, after I took the padlock off, that the camper was locked. Yeah. So I had to go get, a hammer and a screwdriver to try to, pry it open. I got it open finally, and I don't know why I did that. It's weird. I'm just so surprised. I'll never lock the camper when I leave it, so that's really weird. So that all happened today, and then I get home from work, because I had court this morning with my daughter's my daughter that, is my daughter that I signed the paternity affidavit on, she's like, technically my daughter, but I'm just still trying to get DNA confirmation. I'm not denying her, but I'm just kind of confused, so I'm trying to get that done. Anyway, I came home from court and I sent a couple messages on like an app called Meet Me, and I was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Chris." And she's like, this girl was like, I'm not gonna date no deadbeat dad." I'm like, I work. I've always had a job. I've always supported my kids, but my daughter's mom is refusing to let me see my daughter, and I have like a whole stack of papers like documenting it all, so like it's pure proof. But yeah, I was like, all right, well, here's the situation. She don't let me see her. She's lying. And the girl was like, aren't you engaged? I'm like, no. Like, I've been single since I left her 6 months ago because she's like psycho and controlling. Like, controlling. Like, I went to my buddy Cody's house, like, to play guitar, and she's like, there's a girl over there you're trying to fuck. Well, the reason why I realized that, because most of the time when it comes to relationships, I was with her for a while, and then, like I said, she had a little girl, and I assumed she was mine, and then after I signed the paternity affidavit a few months later, she told me, nah, it might not be yours. Or that she might not be mine. So I'm like, okay, that's whatever, but the courts are going to have to figure that out. I got a lawyer. I have to see him at the end of this month. I actually talked to him today. So he's going to have to represent me against her lawyer, this Jewish guy, something Steen. I don't know his name. Anyway, so that all happened, and I was like, whatever. So it's been a really tough situation. I was like, look, I tried to see my daughter, but she doesn't let me see my daughter. Like, what do I do? I'm going through the court process right now, so, I mean, it's really hard to say. I'm not trying to jump into a relationship. No, I'm not engaged. I left her 6 months ago because she's, like, controlling and psycho, and the postpartum she had, and I had to institutionalize her. I had to call the cops on her, like, 9 times because she was, like, going crazy with a knife, and it's really sad. And she called me about a drug test. Like, she's just on drugs, too, now, so I have to get that figured out, too, so I can get custody. So, it's just, like, she should not have... I mean, I'm 20, I'll be 28 in November, she'll be 21 in March, so big difference in that stuff. I mean, ranting-wise, but anyway, besides all the stuff that happened today with all that, yeah, and then dealing with the girl on or Meet Me and all that stuff, I come home, and I get that message from her, like, on Wi-Fi, because I can't have a phone at work right now because we're under secure title, which means we can't have any, like, cameras in the building, and I secure the facility. Can't have any cameras in the facility because there's a book that's being made that can't get out, so that's why we can't do it. So I get home and Wi-Fi works for like 2 minutes. Wasn't even long enough, like it was long enough to see like my notifications, and I clicked them and checked them out on my phone. I got a Galaxy S7, and then after that it was like stopped working. I couldn't even update my weather app to see what the temperature is outside, so I called Comcast after resetting the modem like 4 times, and they're like, yeah, there's an outage in your area till 4 in the morning, so fuck, I can't get on the internet, I can't download, I bought, Music Maker, finally, 2016, and I need to download, like, the instrument packs and stuff like that, but I can't because I haven't been able to since I got home, so I called them, and I reset the modem a few times, and I called them, and I'm like, yeah, what's going on? They're like, oh, yeah, there's an outage in here till 4 in the morning. And right now it's like 3:21, and I don't know if I'm going to even stay up that long, because I'm just like, I'm so beat. I got 2.5 hours of sleep last night, then went to court, then went to work, and did that, and I almost had to do a 12-hour shift. Like, I'm so tired. Like, nothing new has happened to the camper besides, yeah, I did finally get I got the AC out and stuff, and, stuff I said I was going to get done besides the propane. Still haven't got that done yet. I'm going to do that. I was going to do it this weekend, but they asked me if I could work this weekend, so I said yeah, so I'm working this weekend. So it's just like crazy. These court dates are like screwing me over on making money, and it's just like, I don't know. I really got to get this camper fucking ready for winter, and it's just starting to like really bother me, but that's kind of the update. Like, it was just a shitty day. Like, I still can't get on the internet. Like, and honestly, like, I'm having like withdrawals because I want to get on there and